it's Rian, and today I am going to be showing you my current makeup routine. I had changed up things a little bit because over on this side of my face you can really tell that I had kind of a major breakout happen, and that was related to the medication they gave me at the beginning of the year when I had surgery a couple times, and so I'm kind of waiting for that to clear up. So let's go ahead and get started. First I'm going to prime. I use Urban Decay Primer Potion for my eyelids. And then for my facial primer, I use the Photo Finish from Smashbox. By the way, this part of my face is a little bit red because it is really sensitive to acne medication. Right now I'm on two topical acne medications to kind of get my acne to clear up, and I had quite a bit like around my mouth area too, but I started to kind of scale back on using it on this area because it got really red and really dry. So if you're wondering what's going on there, that's what's going on there. The next thing I'm going to do is put on some Burt's Bees lip balm. Oh, if I don't throw it across the room. So moving on to eyes, the palette that I have been using a ton lately is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I love that it's kind of a travel theme because, as you guys probably know, I love to travel. So the first shadow that I usually will pick up is Riff, and that is sort of like almost like the meeting of like a light chocolate and a terracotta color. And I just pick that up on a fluffy brush and work it into my crease. Next I go in and pick up Smog, which is kind of like between a pewter and a gold shade. I would describe it almost as like a dirty gold, and this is one of my favorite Urban Decay shadow shades that were in some of the past palettes that I've had. And I'm just going to dust that on my eyelids. I love this shade, Smog, so much because it almost looks like it's foiled, but you don't even have to apply it wet or anything, and it just has really rich pigment payoff. So now I'm going to take Punk, which is a matte reddish brown, and I'm just going to focus that on the outer part of my creases. And then on a wide fluffy brush, I'm going to pick up Weekender, which is kind of like a cream matte shade, and I'm going to take this under my brow bone, and then I'm also going to just use it to blend those colors out in my crease. Next I've got a pencil brush, and I'm just going to pick up Smog again and drag that along my lower lash line. I always like to use shadow as a liner, so I'm going to pick up Jet, which is a black matte in this palette, on a pointy brush, and I'm just going to do a small cat eye on each of my lids. I have found that this palette does tend to have quite a bit of fallout, so I always just take like a little piece of a makeup wipe, and I just kind of pick up any fallout that happened on my face. And that's also why I do my eyes first and my face makeup second. So now that the shadow is done, I'm going to move on to foundation. Right now, I am using the bareMinerals Blemish Rescue Skin Clearing Loose Powder Foundation. I am using the shade Golden Beige 2.5. This has been a lifesaver for me. I was using this over, especially when this was more of an active acne breakout, I was using this over that breakout, and because it's a Blemish Rescue formula, I wasn't worried it was going to make it worse, and it hasn't made it worse. And then also, it was really good with coverage, even on those very kind of 3D acne breakouts. So I was really glad to have this product in my repertoire at that point. So I'm just going to do, you know, the bareMinerals Swirl and Tap. And for years I've been using cream foundations, BB creams, things like that. This is definitely a more full coverage option, which I was kind of surprised about because it is loose powder, but I absolutely love how helpful this is for my skin right now while I'm waiting for it to sort of heal, if you will. Now that my foundation is taken care of, the next thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of dimension and try and add a little bit of a sun-kissed looking glow. This is the Buxom bronzer in Tahiti, and I just take that on a fluffy brush like this, and I kind of just work this around the outsides of my face. And this is a nice warm tone bronzer, so it creates a really great effect of having just a little bit of sun on your skin. Now going in with my cool tone bronzer, this is NARS Laguna. I am going to take that on an angled face brush, and I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones and my temples. I've been using NARS Laguna for like, I don't even know how many years, maybe 6 years. Each of these last a really long time. And I think it does a really good job of kind of creating shadows so you can kind of carve out your face because it is a deeper toned bronzer. Next, going into blush, I am taking my all-time favorite, which is totally Tawny. You guys, if you have been here since the beginning, know this is my favorite blush. And I'm just going to dust some of that on my cheeks. Next, it's time for brows. I'm going to do the Dior All in Brow. This is in the shade Blonde. And first, I'm going to just take this spoolie and brush up my brows. And then I'm going to fill them in with this angled brow brush. And now I'm going to set with a little bit of the Smashbox Primer Water, which you can also use to set. It feels so nice. Now moving on to lashes, I'm going to curl. And then I'm going to apply my mascara. This is the Luminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, and it is in the shade Black. And now it's time for lipstick. This is the new bareMinerals BarePro lipstick in the shade Strawberry, and I have really been loving this line a lot. I just really love the formulation. It's super creamy. I think that the pigments are just on point. I think they did such a good job with this collection. So that concludes the makeup that I have been doing lately on the days that I do wear makeup. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like, don't forget to subscribe, and also you can follow me on Instagram. It's @riannstar, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!